Anyways, show you. Originally somewhere up there, though you can't see it. In order for me to even do this tour, I had to go through and clear out everything first. So let's take out a few ads that show up and then continue. Once again, this is the Necropolis, which is only accessible, which in this first room is where you would encounter a green knight. In between these two poles would be a chain with the three, I would like to say locks, but I'm not sure that would be an accurate word, but anyways, once you get a look at the symbols that are on each lock, you would then come out here, and depending on the symbols that were on those locks, each symbol is going to correspond to a different tower, which will have a symbol floating somewhere above it. And in each one there's going to be a different target, one of three. And in order to kill the special target in each one, you must, and I will say this because I can't say it enough, you must have the sword that the Green Knight drops. Because if you don't have that sword, then you can't kill the special targets. And once all three targets are killed, you just have to kill an onslaught and go through a door, which is going to be at the tower, which now has a beam coming through it. And yes, this is a big place where you can easily fall, so you have to be careful if you were to ever get the chance to come here. There are also stairs, which are not always easy to find. Let's see. And then, if you do go down a floor and then realize that you have to go back up, you have to find somewhere where it's going to have one of these platforms, which once you do, you step on it. And it's like an elevator that takes you up. No. Because I don't need to go up, I'm not going to go up. Yeah. I'll admit this will be a lot to take in because it is a big place. And I'll be honest, I know I owe you this, a tour of this, but I'm not going to do a full tour because that would be a lot of area to cover, but I am going to try to cover as much as I can. And I'm hoping that eventually you'll have a question or two that you'd like to have answered, and I will do my best to answer them, but for now, any questions that come up, I'll be ready to answer them one day. Or finally asked by you. Let's see if I can... I know that was not a good panorama view of this, but that was the best that I could do. And from here, once you're done with this location, you go through the door that's here, which that immediately ends the encounter, and then there's a chest that you can open up, which whether you get to this chest or not, there will be rewards that you will get from just doing this area, which one of the things I like to do to level up for my seasonal everything is to just farm this area. But then from around this point further is where it becomes no longer possible to solo. But before I get to that, there will be a weapon quest that you might do at some point if you get the pass, and it will require you to go to one of these two doors, and there's going to be a thing that you have to pick up from inside that door itself. But you'd have to be careful, because if it's the wrong door, you basically get flung out, and it's a very, very quick death. But to get to the next area where you'd have the others, you'd fall down here. Which, I know it looks easy to get to, but I've seen and done this with enough people to know that this is a lot harder to get to than what it looks. But then, this next area, which is where I'm going to end the stream, you have what I call the Ogre Room. Which, long story short, not fun. But it can be two-person. And it does get quite hard because there are going to be these others that are indestructible. You can't kill them, but they can easily kill you regardless of light. What you do once you do get here, or if you ever get the chance to do this with me or anyone else, is there are going to be these cubby areas you can go into. To avoid the ogres, but certain ones will have targets that have to be killed. Which, yes. The targets are not always going to die quickly. But with the targets that are there, the one advantage you do have against them, like right there is one of the others I told you about. That's going to be indestructible and you can't kill it, but can easily kill you. And there's going to be two more. And they always react to sound, so whether you're using a gun or double jump or even reload it, sometimes alert the others to where you are. And this is one of the knives that you have to kill if they want to do this. Yes, I'm using the ice ability, which does give me an advantage here. One of the few things to note here is that the knights are going to always drop into. There's going to be 4 knights in total, and there's 1 knight per one of the chambers. And if something happens, you either drop the orb, or for whatever reason an orb doesn't spawn, it will eventually do a thing where once all the knights die, it was and from there you can actually complete this area and head to the next area. It's beyond this room, and long story short, there's no way you can one-man this because you have to stand on a certain pressure. I'd like to call it a pressure plate, but you'd have to stand there so you don't wipe. And you also have to collect orbs and deposit them. Anyways, here's the little tour from the dungeon. And come on. And here's where we'll have to call, we'll draw the line and then this. And I'll probably see you and any number of viewers next time.